Live from Green Bay Distillery, in the shadow of Lambeau Field, you're going inside the huddle with Blake Martinez.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into a special edition of Inside the Huddle. We got a standing ovation to start because we are one game away from the Super Bowl. I'm your host, Josh Moser. We need a big round of applause for Blake Martinez, Packers' leading tackler this season. Great game against the Seahawks. And now here we go against the 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
Man, how's your voice after last night?
It's a little shot. I was sick leading into the game, so I had a sore throat and stuff like that. And, yeah, just glad we got the win.
Well, thank you for being here.
Oh, yeah.
How you feeling now?
Still a little sore, banged up, but I'll be better tomorrow.
So everybody watched the game at home, but after the game you did your interviews on the field. Snow was coming down. Saw you kind of just take the snow in on the tongue a little bit. Describe what it was like walking off that field and then going into the locker room.
No, it was awesome. It was a hard-fought game. Came down to the end. Made sure Russell didn't win it there, and then went to the locker room.
Come on.
Exactly.
Come on.
And we were all excited, fired up, and in the locker room, we're just ready for another one on Sunday.
So how hard is it to reset? I know you guys were in the facility today. You get tomorrow off, but what are you doing between now and your first practice this week?
Yeah, I think just whatever you do in a normal week to recover, whether it's going and get another lift in tomorrow, massage, meet with the trainers, and do whatever it takes to make sure once it comes Wednesday, you're ready to kind of go and prepare for the NFC Championship game.
We got to start talking about this win as we get some claps finally. We got to go to this third and 8. Our Hupin Abraham good drive of the game. Jimmy Graham coming up huge. We haven't really seen him all season, but it was this phenomenal catch. But we're going to start with Devontae because he had a career night, 160 receiving yards, 2 big touchdowns. Does he ever do anything that surprises you? Because I know you see him at practice every day.
No, I mean, he's, once again, a freak of nature. Things he could do, run routes. He beats anybody, no matter if they're the top corner in the league, and it's just special to watch out there.
There's Jimmy Graham with the catch. Then I saw him hop up on the bench, give deuces to the crowd with like a minute 45 to go. That was a good moment in the game. And one of the things we've talked about all season is just the camaraderie in this locker room, you guys being able to be yourself. So how does that translate from just being able to be free to go out there and play free and loose? No,
it's special, the type of guys we have. And I think it just shows throughout the game. All of a sudden it's 21-3. Next thing you know, it's 23-28. We go out there and get a stop, and at no point in time was anybody scared, anybody nervous. We just were happy to go out there again and win a game.
A lot of the fans, they're awake. I mean, this is good. We like this.
I like it.
We got to talk about Zadarius Smith, though. Everybody really excited about him, his play.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to pull this up because it's the talk all about town across the country. The snubbed after the sack. He gets Russell Wilson down to the ground. Did you guys have any idea that he was going to do that this was underneath his shirt?
Probably a couple guys did. I didn't. But, yeah, it was a cool little thing he did, and definitely got snubbed.
I think the entire locker room agrees. David Bakhtiari adamant saying, hey, should have been an all-pro player, should have been a Pro Bowler. But Russell Wilson was arguably the MVP candidate earlier in the season. For the job you guys did on him last night, what was it like just rallying as a group together after that win, knowing what you accomplished?
No, it was special. I think we knew going into the game what we had to do, especially with Russell Wilson. And obviously it's harder said than done, and he made a lot of great plays, but we had to make sure he didn't have enough plays to win the game, and to go in the locker room knowing that we did that, it was special.
Well, this is your show, so we got to talk about you. What do you think, everybody? Yeah, we need some 50 highlights up there, so we're going to go with a couple of these. Leading tackler last night, you're always in the right place at the right time, and we're pulling this up. You just have a knack for finding the ball. We know you've got the communication helmet. You tell everybody where to line up, but now it's your 4th season. How far have you come from your rookie year until now? It seems like a night and day difference.
Oh, yeah. No. 100%. It's just been crazy to think. Once I got in the league, I thought I was a smart player and all these types of things, and I had no idea about football.
Sure.
And so throughout the years, I've had awesome coaches help me, awesome players, awesome vets, and to be able to be where I am to help this team to the NFC Championship game has been awesome, and ready to do it again and go to the Super Bowl.
That's right. I think everybody loves that. For the fans, they love Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just a big personality. What's it like bringing him down?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. He's beast mode for a reason. I remember it was first quarter or something. I tackled him and stopped him, and I was like, I felt pretty good and pretty hyped about it. And no, he's a special player, and it was awesome to go against him. And yeah.
Beautiful. We've got to talk about this sickness. You mentioned it a little bit. Brian Balaga was dealing with it. We know Josh Jackson was out. But we've got to talk about Valdir stepping in. Jason, he was phenomenal coming in. But how sick is this team? And is it flu? Is it coughing? What's really going on?
Yeah, I think certain guys have the flu.
Jared, excuse me.
Yeah, certain guys have the flu, and then a lot of guys just kind of have little things here and there, normal cold, sore throat, whatever ends up being. And, yeah, it was probably like 20 to 30 guys throughout the week. And we barely had guys that practice to run scout team. We had to have certain guys that were second-team players play scout team, and some guys first-team players play scout team, and it was just everybody rallied together to get this win.
Do you remember back in 16 when you went to that Falcons game? It seems like everyone was sick as well, kind of the same type of thing?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It was pretty much the exact same thing, and I was kind of a little nervous about it because the Falcons game didn't go too well.
Sure.
But, yeah, so I'm glad we pushed through it and got the win.
Well, here we go. Time to rest and recover, and then on to the Bay Area. Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara. We're just getting started on Inside the Huddle tonight with Blake Martinez. Thank you, everybody, for watching at home. We're back in a couple minutes. We're going around the league, plus a whole lot more. We'll see you in a few.
Once again, I'm proud to partner with Goodwill to salute the best. Believe in the power of workplace in Green Bay history.
This is our Goodwill moment. Believe in the power of good work. Of course, the 49ers this week. We got to throw it back to Dorsey Levens. Had a playoff record at the time, 1997 NFC Championship game. Antonio Freeman had a big game as well. And there you see Donald Driver, who started the show, Mike Holmgren. And the Packers went on to the Super Bowl. That will hopefully be what's happening here this next week. Blake, you've got to know a lot of these older Packers guys throughout your years here. Did they ever talk to you in moments like this saying, you know, hey, we've been to the Super Bowl, we've been to the NFC Championship game? Did they give you any advice?
Oh, yeah. I actually was on the tailgate tour with Antonio Freeman. He talked a lot about how big games, it's just a special moment to be in and to be able to step up in those games. And it's just always about not making them too big. And it's just playing the game like you would any other game, because at the end of the day, it's football. And it was cool to kind of get those lessons from him and other guys throughout my time here.
Let's go through this 49ers game a little bit. You guys beat the Vikings twice. Yes. There we go. Vikings fall to the 49ers. And you can kind of almost go back a few weeks ago to that Week 12 matchup. But what about this team do you like about going into this game versus the last time you faced them?
Yeah, I think the last time, whether it was we got destroyed, but on the other hand, we learned a lot. There was at that point we all went into the locker room. The next day we went into meeting rooms and watched every explosive play we gave up throughout the season. And at that point we understood that our communication was lacking. And certain guys thought they were doing the right thing, another group thought they were doing the right thing, and it just all wasn't kind of meshing together. And we finally got that fixed and got that pre-snap communication fixed, and it started just getting better and better throughout the weeks. And I'm excited to step back into this game with those corrections.
There we go. See where you're at now. 6 straight wins for the Packers. Going back to the Bay Area, finally going to get a win in California. Did you get a chance to catch that Kansas City game? That was insane. As everyone at home saying, like, so I know you're a big football fan. What was it like for you watching what transpired in that one? They were down, then they come up, put up a 50 spot. I mean, this is made for TV.
No, yeah, that was crazy. I watched the first half, and then obviously once halftime I had to get ready for our game. But all of a sudden it was 24-0. I was like, dang, I guess it's going to be the Texans and the Titans for the Super Bowl. And then next thing I know, I come back like 5 minutes later, and it's 28-24 or something. I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was crazy.
Well, speaking of the Titans, they're back in it. Matt LaFleur coming over from Tennessee. Are you giving him a hard time this week? Anybody saying something like, hey, it's your old squad?
No, I mean, maybe.
Okay.
But, yeah, there'll probably be more offensive guys than us.
Sure.
Yeah.
But in this game, Derrick Henry, he's somebody maybe you could potentially face. Another huge running back. How do you bring down a guy like that? Obviously, all-purpose leader here in rushing yards this year.
Yeah, I mean, he is rolling right now, and figuratively and literally. And it's just crazy to see, and it's exciting to see for me because I like to go against guys like that when they're obviously these big-time running backs, great, hard to tackle. I want to go out there and show people, hey, I'm going to go take them down.
There we go. Blake Martinez is going to take everybody down. We're having a great time here on Inside the Huddle. Hope you're enjoying this at home. We've got a lot coming up on the show. We're back to the Green Bay Distillery right after this. We'll see you in a couple. Welcome back to Inside the Huddle, everybody. It was an NFC divisional win. It is now on to the NFC Championship game. We again are here with Blake Martinez, and the fans are so pumped up for this all week. But as a player, are you trying to stay calm? Do you feed off that energy? How do you handle the week?
No, I think throughout the week you stay calm, cool, collected. You just treat it like a normal week. But I think the environment that we had going out there, coming out of the tunnel, you get energized, you get excited, you get ready to roll, and I think the fans had as much as us how we started off that game.
Speaking of energizing the fans, little Wayne out on to start the fourth quarter. I think everybody loved that.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it like as a player? I saw Z go up to him, and he's kind of out there for roll out the barrel. Anthony Davis hit the game, a couple of Lakers players hit this game. I mean, you guys bringing out the stars, almost like a Joe Namath type of fur right there. But as a player, do you get energy from that, or were you too focused on what you were doing?
Yeah, I honestly did not know he went out there.
Yeah, there you go. There you have it.
I had no idea. But, yeah, no, it's really cool, obviously, to have that environment once again. And I always listened to his music when I was in, I think, middle school. And so it's cool to see him out there.
We've got a lot of the guys doing stuff in the community. We know you do a ton. But for the fans, they're really liking these Billy Turner shirts, this Irie movement. He came in this year. We've got a picture. This is our West Bend community moment of our show right here. So he's designing these, partnered with a designer, and you got one as well. And what has he maybe brought to the locker room? Because it seems like he's got a very calm presence, good vibes, Irie, as it's called.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a different personality than the other offensive line we had.
Yeah.
He's a lot quieter. He's not as, comic relief type guy. No, but he's awesome. He's a great leader. He goes to work every day, professional. And it's just cool to see all these guys that we've brought in this year, how much impact they've brought to our team.
That's our West Bend community moment. They're also a big part of the Green and Gold charity softball game. We've got that coming up this summer. You can find those tickets online. We've got to take another quick commercial break here on Inside the Huddle. We're back with Blake Martinez right after this. That is the Green Bay Distillery Caramel Bourbon Barbecue Burger. Great eats here at the Green Bay Distillery. They are the host facility of our show. But it's time now for the audience questions. We want to get right into it. We've got one from Jeff from Forestville. Jeff, what's your question for Blake?
Good afternoon. Athleticism set aside, what type of qualities or characteristics do you look for in a leader of a team?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, good question. I think the biggest thing you look for in a leader is someone that does everything the right way. I think the person that you watch, whether in the meeting room, whether on the practice field, warming up, whatever ends up being, they're doing everything that is necessary to get them ready and get the guys around them ready for whatever they're trying to do.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Caden, next up. Caden, what's your question for Blake?
When you were little, what football player did you want to be like?
Ooh, good one.
Blake Martinez.
Yeah, that too. I probably, you guys won't like it, but Brian Urlacher was one of the guys I always looked up to as I grew up, and he was an amazing player to me.
We got one more question. This one from Jill from Arizona.
Hi, Blake. You're CDO. I'm Amphi.
Yep.
From tumbleweeds to the tundra, how has your experience been dealing with the freeze?
Oh, it's been tough. A lot of people ask me that. I think a lot of people say, have you got used to the cold? I got used to the pain of the cold.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's been fine. Yep, thanks.
I've got one more question for you. Would you rather have the defense on the field, you on the field with a 3-point lead with 2 minutes to go, or would you rather have the offense on the field down 3, needing to score at the end of the game?
Definitely defense, up 3. Come on.
Exactly.
What is that?
I tried to tee him up. We tried to have a good time with that one. If you want more fun, you can find us on social media. Here's where you can grab us. We've got Inside the Huddle at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find me at the Mo's Nose. But more importantly, you can find Blake. This is where you can see him. Please give him a follow on Twitter and Instagram. You know we're going defense all day, going to take it all the way to the Super Bowl. We're going to wrap up the show. We're going to talk some 49ers final thoughts when we come back. That is Bradley C., our resident DJ, rocking one of Blake Martinez's jerseys. We got a lot of 50 jerseys in the crowd. What's it like seeing yourself represented, especially on kids? We got a couple of them out here.
No, it's awesome. I think it was something I grew up wearing players' jerseys, wanted to be like them. So it just gives me that much more motivation to be that role model, that person that not only plays football but shows the right way to do things.
What do you think, everybody? Pretty special. We've got to end the show talking about the 49ers, and if I'm a Packers fan, they're saying, how do you stop George Kittle? So how do you do it?
Yeah, you have one guy looking at him, 2 guys looking at him, 3 guys looking at him. No, I mean, he's a special player, and you just have to know what they're trying to do in different formations and those types of things to be able to have eyes on him at all times and make sure he doesn't have those big plays that he's had throughout the season.
But you guys are thinking Miami, right? Don't even
yeah.
We're thinking Miami. I think everybody around the state is thinking about Miami as well, but first it's a trip to the Bay Area. We will have all of your coverage throughout the week, but one big round of applause for Blake Martinez tonight on Inside the Huddle. It's on to the NFC Championship game. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night, and hopefully it is on to the Super Bowl as we close the show with the standing ovation from Packers Nation. We'll see ya.